welcome to this remedy class. This is going to be a soft flow, so kind of a slowed down power class. So we'll get some movement going, do some holds of the poses, and really try to get some nice deep stretching, some fluid movement going in the body. If you regularly practice with props, feel free to grab any. We're not using anything specific today. And let's get started. So we'll start in a nice seated position. Take your time to settle in, to really find a solid connection to your sits bones. Lengthening up through the crown of the head, finding some integrity through the spine, and then softening in the face, relaxing in the shoulders, relaxing in the jaw. And just start to tune in. Start to notice your breath. And without changing anything, just notice the depth of the breath, the quality. In this simple observation of the breath, you may have naturally started to deepen it. Getting back to our natural state of breathing. So as you feel ready, start to intentionally take deeper breaths. Deepening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Starting to notice the effects of mindful breathing on the body, on the mind. Then using the breath to start to check in, start to see how you're feeling, where you're feeling it. Checking in on a physical level, energetic level, emotional level. Not trying to bypass or change anything, but becoming fully aware of everything going on in your present moment. In your body, in your mind, in your internal environment. Maybe starting to activate Ujjayi breathing, finding a little constriction of the muscles in the back of the throat, creating that oceanic sound, a little whisper breath. Try to maintain this smooth, steady breathing throughout your practice. Keep coming back to it. Sitting up nice and tall, releasing the arms alongside the body. And on your next inhale, send the arms out to the side, start to raise them up towards the sky. Let the hands come together on an exhale, start to lower prayer hands down towards heart center. Interlace the hands, open up through the palms, continue to press the hands down. And then inhale, send the hands forward, up and back with the hands interlaced. And exhale to release the hands all the way back down alongside the body. And we'll repeat like that again. Inhale, arms out to the side. Hands meet in prayer. Exhale, prayer hands down towards heart center. Interlace through the hands, open through the palms, press palms down. Inhale to send the hands forward, up and back, working to bring the biceps by the ears. It's okay if they don't reach. Exhale, release the hands, release the arms. And one more like that. Inhale, arms to the side, raise them up. Exhale, hands meet in prayer, start to lower down. Fingers interlace, palms open, press the hands down. Inhale, send the hands forward, up and back. And exhale, release the hands back down. Beautiful work. Plant the right hand, walk the fingertips away. Inhale, swim the left arm up and over. Starting to find a side stretch. Keep the sits bones grounded. Keep the knees heavy. Breathing into the side stretch. Then we'll bring in just a little gentle rotation. Inhale to rotate the chest up towards the sky. The left shoulder blade wraps onto the back. And exhale, rotate down as you start to take the gaze towards the earth and reach out through the left fingertips. And again, inhale, open up through the chest, little gentle twist. Exhale, turn it in as you reach out, finding a little deeper side stretch. One more like this. Inhale to open up. And exhale to turn it in. Beautiful work. Inhale, come back up through center. Release the left hand down. Plant the hand, walk the fingertips away, send it to the other side. Inhale, swim right fingertips up and over. Stay grounded through the hips, heavy in the knees. Breathing into that side body stretch. And then bringing in that gentle rotation. Inhale, turn the heart up towards the sky. Right shoulder blade wraps onto the back. And exhale, turn it in, chest down towards the earth as you reach out through the right fingertips. Two more like this. Inhale, gentle rotation up towards the sky. Exhale, turn it in, reaching out. And last one here. Inhale, open up through the chest. Gaze could come up towards the sky. And exhale, turn it down towards the earth. Beautiful work. Inhale, come back up through center. Release the right hand down. And we'll start to come forward through hands and knees. You could swing the legs around or however you'd like to get to your tabletop. Knees underneath the hips, feet in line with the ankles in line with the knees. Spread out through the hands, wrists underneath the shoulders, or walk forward slightly if that feels better on the wrists. We'll start to find some cat-cow. Inhaling to lower the belly, pelvis tilts up, heart shines forward, gaze lifts. Exhaling to round it out, press the ground away, belly draws in and up. Few more rounds like this, finding length in the spine, out through the crown of the head, out through the tailbone, and then undulating the spine back and forth in the spinal flexion. Just moving in that space you're creating through the lengthening of the spine. Taking this as deep as feels good for you, getting a nice stretch through the front side of the body as you smile the spine into cow. And getting a nice stretch through the back side of the body as you round out into cat. When you're ready, we'll come back through neutral and take some hip circles. So sending the hips out towards the right, start to drop them down near the heels, circle around to the left, swinging forward as far as feels okay, maybe coming through a little gentle upward dog. And again, make these circles as big or as small as you'd like. Finding a little more movement through the hips, through the spine, through the joints. And when you're ready, reversing the direction of those circles. Linking the breath to your movements in whatever way feels intuitive for you, but staying connected to that breath. Circling back towards neutral, send the hips all the way back, taking a child's pose, extending the arms overhead as the head and chest lower down. Nice release through the low back, lengthen through the back side of the body, and breathe. One more deep round of breath here. Then on your next inhale, coming up through tabletop, Reconnect with the hands, lengthen through the spine, prop the toes, draw the belly in to engage in the core. Start to hover the knees as you lift the hips and slowly make your way towards our first downward dog. Head comes between the biceps, chest back towards the thighs. Find that length in the spine. And just take some time to feel into this, maybe pedaling out through the feet. You could shake the head yes and no. And then when you're ready, we'll take an inhale to look up at the hands, and we're going to take a little crisscross walk up towards the front of the mat. So right foot steps over towards the left foot over towards the right. Small little steps. Bend the knees as much as you need as you start to come forward. When the feet are near the hands, feet come parallel, and we lower down to our forward fold. Keep a little softness in the knees or bend the knees as much as you'd like. Arms could dangle, they could reach for the ground. You could even grab opposite elbows, find a little gentle swaying side to side. Nice release for the low back, length for the spine, and a release for the head, neck, and shoulders. Find your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to find a little fluid movement through the spine. So we're going to inhale to a half lift. Hands come to the shins or to the thighs as you lengthen through the spine, hover the chest. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, just slowly roll up ragdoll style. Arms could dangle or they could walk up the legs for support. Tailbone tucks. Head stacks very last. We'll inhale to send the arms out to the side. Raise them up towards the sky. Exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Interlace the hands, open through the palms. Continue to press the hands down. Inhale, send prayer hands forward, up and back. Exhale, release the hands, arms out to the side, and as you do, swan dive forward, lowering the chest down to that half lift, and then rounding out. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold back in. This round, you're welcome to once again round up through ragdoll or send the arms out to the side, reverse swan dive. Coming back up towards our standing pose, nice and slow. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Meet in prayer, exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Hands interlace, open up through the palms, press the hands down. Inhale, send the hands forward, up and back. Exhale, release the hands, swan dive forward, lead with the heart as you hinge through the hips, nice flat back till you're halfway down, then round out, dropping the head and shoulders towards the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in, one more round like this. Inhale, reverse swan dive or ragdoll, coming up towards standing, nice and slow, press into the feet. Inhale, sends the arms up and overhead, meeting in prayer. Exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Hands interlace, open up through the palms, press the hands down. Inhale, raise the hands forward, up and back. Exhale, release the hands, dive forward, forward, fold. Awesome work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Awesome work. We'll bring a little more lengthening through the low back, a little more stretching here. So bend the knees as much as you need so that the hands can come towards the ground. You could even tent up on the fingertips. You could also bring blocks or books in to bring the ground closer. And we'll inhale to lift the hips up, tailbone lengthens. Exhale to bend the knees as you lower the hips down till just as low as you can come. Not in a full squat. And then inhale, once again, lift the hips, head dips down towards the ground. Exhale, bend the knees as the hips lower. Just finding a little length in the low back. Few more rounds. Inhale, lift the hips, head drops towards the earth. Exhale, bend the knees, hips lower. Keep the spine nice and straight so the head will naturally lift. Exhale, straighten through the legs as you fold forward. And this round, as you bend the knees and lower the hips, we'll start to come into a chair pose, so the hands could reach forward, up and back, or they could come to the knees as you lift up. Find that length through the spine. Let the head be a continuation of the spine, so you have a nice neutral neck, and finding whatever position for the arms works. And they could stay on the thighs, they could come into goalposts, into prayer, or extend overhead. Building some strength in the legs, pressing down towards the feet, engaging in the core, lengthening through the spine. Find your breath. Beautiful work. Feel a little heat in the body. And then on your next inhale, we'll straighten through the legs, send the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, dive it forward, forward fold. Beautiful work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. We'll plant the hands on the ground and we'll walk the feet back, starting to find our plank pose. You're welcome to lower the knees down in half plank. Whichever version you're taking, keep a nice straight spine. Core is engaged, pressing the ground away. And feel that heat in the body. On an exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Point the toes. Inhale, raise up, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Prop the toes, draw the elbows together. Inhale, come back up through plank or half plank. And exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Beautiful. Take a few breaths here to reset. And you could pedal through the feet. You could shake the head yes or no. You can always lower the knees, take a child's pose, grab a drink, whatever you need to do. Stay connected to those deep breaths, trying to make them as steady and smooth as possible. From here, if you'd like, on an inhale, start to extend the right leg forward, up, and back. And exhale, we'll start to draw the knee towards the nose, shift forward through plank, step the foot between the hands. And just take a moment here to maybe shift forward and back, just finding a little opening in the hips. If it works better for you to lower that back knee down, feel free. Again, this is a good place to bring in blocks or a book if you need to bring the ground closer. Find your breath. And then really establishing your base here, pressing into the feet, squaring through the hips. We'll inhale to raise up towards a crescent lunge. Hands could come to the knee to raise up, or hands could reach forward, up, and back. Just like we had in our chair pose, hands could come to goalposts, they could come into prayer, whatever works best for you. Squaring through the hips, inner thighs draw together, nice and active in the legs. Fantastic work. When you're ready, we'll start to lean the chest forward, bringing weight into that front foot, and then we'll step the back foot in. Once again, finding our chair pose. If you can, on an inhale, reach the hands forward. And it doesn't matter if the biceps are by the ears, they could just be all the way forward. We'll inhale to lengthen. Exhale, swim the right arm back, finding a little twist. Inhale, right arm comes forward. Exhale, send the left hand back, little twist. Awesome work. Inhale, back through center. 2 more times. Exhale, right arm comes back. Open in your twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left arm goes back. And inhale back through center. Last one, exhale, right arm heads back, twist to the left, inhale, center. And exhale, left arm back. And inhale back through center. Awesome work, you feeling those legs? All right, when you're ready, once again, we're gonna bring the weight into that right foot, step the left foot back, finding that lunge. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up to a warrior two. Back heel pivots down, arms open up along the horizon. Take a moment to settle into your feet. Knee is tractioning forward. There's that external rotation of the knee. Spine is nice and in line, shoulders stacked over hips. Connect to your breath. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. One deep round of breath here. On your next inhale, come back up through warrior two. Exhale, find side angle. Right elbow to right knee. Left arm reaches towards the sky. Or that right arm can start to reach towards the ground or a block. Left arm can come bicep by the ear. Find your breath. On your next inhale, come back up through warrior two, then start to straighten through the leg. Reverse triangle pose. Arm reaches up towards the sky. One round of breath here. On your next inhale, come back through center. That arm or that front leg is staying straight. Exhale, find triangle. One deep round of breath here. Right hand reaching for the ground or for blocks. Left arm reaching up. On your next inhale, raise back up. Rebend in that front knee, finding warrior two. Nice exhale here. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down, framing the foot. Back heel pivots up. Draw the right foot back, finding plank or half plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga or all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Beautiful work. Few free rounds of breath here. And you could stay in your upward dog or downward dog. You could take a child's pose, take a rest. And as you feel ready, we'll start to take that series on the other side. So we'll inhale to extend the left leg up and back. Nice and slow, exhale, left foot steps forward. And we'll pause here, feeling into this low lunge. And you're welcome to shift forward and back. That back knee can lower down if that feels better. And a good place to bring in blocks if you'd like. Really establishing your base here, that connection to the feet, squaring through the hips. When you're ready, we'll inhale to raise up to high crescent lunge. Again, hands could come to the knee to press up. Hands could reach forward, up and back. They could come into goalposts, to prayer, whatever feels right for you. Continue to root down towards the feet, inner thighs drawing together. Really working that foundation. That back leg is active. We're lifting through the knee, engaging in the quad and the hamstring. Excellent work. When you're ready, we'll start to lean the chest forward, bringing weight into that front foot, and then we'll step that back foot in, starting to find our chair pose once again. Finding whatever angle works best for the spine here. Could be at a diagonal, could be working a gentle back bend. And we'll bring in a little swimming twist. So inhaling to lengthen, Exhale, swim the right arm back, open up to the right. Inhale, swim the arm forward. Exhale, send the left arm back. Little gentle twist. Inhale, back through center. 2 more each side. Exhale, right arm comes back. Inhale, center. Exhale, left arm back. Inhale, center. Last round, maybe lower the hips a little further for a little challenge as you open up through the right. Exhale, bring it back. And swim the left arm back. And bring it forward. Awesome work. One more deep round of breath here. And then we'll start to step in that right foot back. Take your time. Finding that lunge. Awesome work. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. So that back heel pivots down. Arms open up along horizon. Establish your foundation here. Find your breath. And check in with the feet. We want to be able to see our big toe. So we've got that opening through the knee and the front knee is tractioning forward. It's not coming over the ankle. It's either in line or behind. Awesome work. On your next inhale, flip the palm and exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up through warrior 2. Exhale, find side angle, left elbow, left knee, right arm reaches towards the sky, or that left arm can reach towards the ground, right bicep by the right ear. Inhale, come back up through warrior 2, but then starting to straighten through that front leg. And exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, come back up through center. That front leg is still straight. Lean forward and exhale, find triangle. One more inhale to come back up through center, rebending in that front knee. Nice exhale here. Inhale, cartwheel the hands down. Plant the hands, draw the left foot back. Find plank or half plank. On your next exhale, lower down. Push up or to the belly. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, find your downward dog. A few free rounds of breath here, or again, feel free to take a break, grab some water. We'll take a similar flow, adding on a little bit more and picking up the pace just a little bit. But move with control, don't just throw the body around. Move with the full inhale and exhale. All right, when you're ready, inhale, start to extend the right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Find your foundation, and then inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Arms either extend forward or up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, swim the right arm back as you twist towards the right. And inhale, bring that hand forward. Exhale, swim the left arm back, twisting to the left. Inhale, back through center. Nice exhale here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. Exhale to side angle or extended side. Inhale, back up through warrior 2 as you straighten through the front leg. Exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, coming up through center, Front leg is straight, lean forward. Exhale, triangle. Awesome work. Inhale, come back up through center. Switching it up a little here. We'll swing that back arm forward, pivot the back heel up. So we're coming back through our crescent lunge. Exhale, send that right arm back. Another little twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left arm comes back. Inhale, back through center. Now from here, once again, we're going to swim that right arm back. And if you'd like, bring a little reversing here. So taking that left arm up towards the sky. Right arm can reach towards the ground, or it could grab the left thigh. Little variation, a twisted lunge. Beautiful work. Now from here, we're gonna swim the left fingers up and over, coming towards the back. Right fingers come forward, come back through warrior two. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Plant the hands, draw that right foot back, and work your way to your downward dog. So you could lower to chaturanga or belly, cobra to upward dog, and find downward dog. You can always skip those transitions, you can take a rest. And we'll take this on the other side. Inhale, extending the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Find your foundation. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Nice exhale here. Arms extend forward or biceps by the ears. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, swim the left arm back, opening up towards the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, swim the right arm back, twisting towards the right. Inhale, back through center. Nice exhale here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up warrior two, back heel pivots down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, up through warrior two. Exhale, the side angle. Take your time. If you need to slow things down, feel free. Inhale, come back up through warrior two as you straighten through that front leg. Exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, back up through center, front leg is straight. Exhale, lean forward, find triangle. Beautiful work. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Exhale, swing the back arm forward, pivoting onto the back heel. Awesome work. Another round of the swimming twists. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, left arm swims back, twist to the left. Inhale, bring that left arm forward. Exhale, send the right arm back. Beautiful. Inhale, swim the right arm forward. This round, exhale, send the left arm back. And if it feels good here, find a little reverse. Right arm reaches up, left hand reaches towards the ground, or maybe finds that right thigh. Embrace any shaking in the body. Feel that heat. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. Awesome work. When you're ready, we're windmilling the arms. So we're opening up to warrior two, back heel pivots down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Find plank pose. And work your way towards your downward dog. Again, could be chaturanga push-up to belly. You could find cobra or upward dog. And eventually finding downward dog. Awesome work. Find your breath. And nice and slow, bend in the knees, start to lower the knees down towards the ground. Your choice for a regular child's pose, knees in line with the hips, or taking knees out wide, big toes to touch, wide leg child's pose. Find your breath. Find length in the spine. Feel that heat in the body. Beautiful work. When you're ready, on an inhale, once again, we'll come back up through our tabletop. If the knees are wide, bring them back underneath the hips. Prop the toes, spread out through the hands, lengthen through the spine. Nice and slow, hover the knees, root back through the heels in bear pose. And then continue to lift the hips, chest back towards the thighs, finding downward dog. We'll find one more round of little flow, adding on, modifying to what we've been working with. So when you feel ready, inhale, raise the right leg up towards the sky. On an exhale this round, bend the knee. Knee lifts towards the ceiling as you start to open through the hips. Little hip opener here. One more deep round of breath. On an inhale, re-extend through that right leg, square through the hips. Exhale, start to shift forward through plank, step the foot between the hands. Settle into your base. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. And exhale, swim the right arm back, find that twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, swim the left arm back. And inhale, back through center. Nice exhale here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, back through warrior two. Inhale, side angle. And exhale, warrior two, start to straighten through that front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, start to raise up and forward, down towards triangle. Awesome work. Inhale, back up through center. From here, we're gonna bring that front foot parallel to the back. We'll bring the front arm around and towards that back foot, finding a twist in a wide leg stance. If it feels better, bend into that back knee and find your breath. If it doesn't feel awesome to have that left leg or left arm extended, feel free to lower it down towards the low back or towards the ground. Awesome work. When you're ready, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to start to untwist, straightening through the legs, raising up to star pose, reaching both arms up. Legs are wide. Bring heels in, toes out. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees, lower down to goddess. Inhale to re-extend. Exhale, bend and lower. Last round, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bend and lower. Pause here. Feel free to keep the arms where they are. They could extend out, they could come to prayer, or they could come down to the thighs. We've got that double external rotation of the knees, opening through the hips, more strength building in the legs. Nice grounding pose with the root directed towards the earth. Awesome work. On your next inhale, re-extend. Feet come parallel. And exhale, dive forward. Find that nice flat back. And then halfway down, round it out. Release all the way down to your wide-legged forward fold. Check in with the knees, soften. And here, feel free to shake the head, yes and no, Arms could stay where they are, or again, you could sway side to side. They could reach out for the outsides of the legs, ankles, or feet. Awesome work. As you feel ready, inhale to that half lift, lengthening through the spine. Hands come to the hips or they extend out. Into a T, press into the feet, soften in the knees from the strength in the core. Inhale, raise back up to star pose. Arms reach up. Exhale, front toes turn forward. Bend in that front knee. Return to warrior two. Beautiful work. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Frame the foot. Back heel pivots. Draw the right foot back through plank. And choose your own adventure to downward dog. And you could take a rest. You could move through a vinyasa. Whatever you'd like to do. Meeting up in downward dog. Take a few rounds of breath. We'll take that on the other side as you feel ready. Inhale, extend the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, knee towards the glute. Lift the knee up towards the sky as you open through the hips. Check in with the shoulders, keep them nice and squared. Inhale, re-extend through the leg. Exhale, nice and slow, start to step the foot between the hands. Find your foundation. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Arms extend forward or biceps by the ears. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, swim the left arm back. Inhale, swim it forward. Exhale, left arm back, or excuse me, right arm back. Inhale, bring it forward. Nice exhale here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, back up, warrior two. Straighten through that front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale. Start to bring it forward, all the way down towards triangle. Beautiful work. Inhale, come back up. And then we'll start to pivot that front foot so that the feet are parallel. We'll bring that front arm all the way across to the back foot, finding a twist. Again, if it feels better, bend that back knee. This arm could stay extended or it could rest down, and that left hand could come across towards a block, if that feels better here. One more deep round of breath. And then on the inhale, coming out the way we came in. So we're untwisting, extending both arms up, finding our star pose, heels in, toes out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend and lower down to goddess. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, re-extend. This last round, you're welcome to lower down into goddess pose or bring the heels closer and lower all the way down into yogi squat. Keeping the spine nice and extended. The elbows can come to the insides of the knees. And if you have tighter hips, then you can use the elbows to gently press the knees open. And if you're a little more open in the hips and you're not feeling much sensation here, use the knees to press in on the elbows to find some engagement there. And we're not just dropping the hips down, lengthening through the spine, engaging the Mula Bandha, so we're lifting through the pelvic floor. Beautiful work. One more deep round of breath. On your next inhale, if it's accessible, just stand all the way up, or you could release the hands down, lift the hips, and then come back through standing. Ooh, losing my balance. Take the feet out wider if you brought them in. Inhale to open up into into star pose. Exhale, the front toes pivot forward as we come back through warrior two. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Draw the foot back through plank. One last choose your own adventure to your downward dog. Take your time, listen to your body. Awesome work. From here, we'll slowly just start to step the feet forward, and we're going to come all the way down into a seat. So however you'd like to get there. And find about the center of your mat with your sits bones, just so you have some space to lie back behind you. But first, we'll extend out through the legs, flex the toes back. We're going to come into a forward fold, but if you know that you have tight hamstrings or tight low back, feel free to bend the knees as much as you'd like. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. You can raise the arms up if that feels good. And exhale, slowly start to bow it forward. Chest comes towards the thighs. Release the arms down, release the head down. Resist any urge to grab onto the legs or feet and pull yourself down. Pause when you start to feel any resistance in the hamstrings or in the low back. And just work with what you got going on today. One more deep round of breath. And when you're ready to come out, just nice and slow, start to walk the hands back like we did ragdoll style. Just stack one vertebrae at a time. Coming to a seat, head stacks very last. And we're gonna walk the hands back behind us, fingertips pointing down towards the feet. We're gonna wrap the shoulder blades onto the back, open through the chest. For a counter stretch here, we'll take either reverse tabletop or reverse plank. For reverse plank, the legs will stay straight, pointing the toes down, engage in the core, lift through the hips, extend through the neck. This might not feel very good on the low back or on the knees, so you could also bend the knees, planting the feet, and then lift the hips. And the hips don't have to come very high. They could come all the way up if that's accessible, but not necessary, even just hovering the hips right there. We'll bring in some strengthening here, open through the chest. Again, the head could lower back, but we don't want to throw the head back or just dump all the weight into the neck. Awesome work. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Coming up to seat, bend the knees, take the feet a little wider than hip distance. Grabbing onto the knees, we'll take some seated cat-cow. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, shoulders draw back, gaze lifts, heart lifts. Exhale, round it out, tucking through the chin, back of the heart shines out. A few more like this. Inhale to lift and open. Exhale, round it out. Following your own breath. You're welcome to pause and take a few more rounds of breath in each position if that feels best for you. When you're ready, We'll come back up to neutral and just find a comfortable seated position. We're going to give the neck a little bit of love before we start to wrap up our practice. So just get nice and comfortable. Again, could be cross-legged. You could come onto the knees. You could sit up on a cushion. But we want to be able to find length in the spine, soft in the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Opening up through the left side of the neck. You could pause here. You could also extend that left arm out towards the side. You could play with the placement in space. Maybe it raises up or lowers down. It could come forward and back. Just noticing how the little subtle movements affect the opening and the sensation in the neck. And when you're ready, on an exhale, start to drop the chin down towards the chest. You can release the left arm if you were extending it. Shoulders continue to drop down the back as you find some length through the back of the neck. On an inhale, slowly start to raise the head back up towards neutral. And exhale, drop the left ear over towards the left shoulder, opening up through the right side of the neck. And you're welcome to play with the sensation by extending through the right arm. And maybe the fingers point towards the ground, maybe out to the side, maybe they come forward and back. Just really noticing, breathing. Finding what feels good, encouraging a release of any tension or tenderness, dropping any weight you're carrying on the shoulders. And once again, as you feel ready, on an exhale, chin drops towards the chest, release the right arm. Now we'll take some neck rolls. So we'll start to roll the head over towards the right. You could just take half neck rolls by pausing, then dropping the chin back down towards the chest and rolling over towards the left. So you could stay here with those half neck rolls, or if it would feel okay in the neck to take full neck rolls, then you could start to lift and extend through the throat, still thinking about protecting those delicate bones in the neck and the cervical spine. So we're not just throwing the head around, but still finding some length through the neck and opening through the throat. But moving with caution. You're welcome to pause at any point to breathe deeper or to even bring in a hand and give yourself a little massage. And if you're taking full neck rolls, when you feel ready, switch directions. Excellent work. Slowly starting to make your way back towards neutral. And we'll start to make a transition towards Shavasana, or our final relaxation pose. But I want to give you an opportunity to explore any final movements, any stretches that would feel good here. Maybe there's something seated that you want to take. You could continue to work with the neck. Or maybe as you come down onto the back, you want to explore something here. Maybe some windshield wipers, knees side to side. You could take a happy baby, drawing the knees in towards the armpits, flexed feet up towards the sky. You're welcome to take an inversion or anything else that would help round out your practice, anything the body is needing. stay connected to the breath even as we start to wind things down. And as you feel ready, start to make your way towards your final relaxation. Could be lying on the back, palms turned up, toes turned out in a more traditional corpse pose. If being on the back isn't feeling awesome today, you could lie on the side, you could lie on the belly. You could scooch the booty up against the wall and send the legs up the wall. You could even come to a seated meditation. Truly no wrong way for you to do your final relaxation. I would encourage maybe putting on some peaceful music, and if you have more time to dedicate to your Shavasana, please take as much time as you can allow yourself. As you start to settle in, allow the body to surrender, to feel supported and held in this space. Allow your breath to find its natural flow. And allow the mind to settle into the peace of the present. And if the mind is wandering and just continuing with the mind chatter, then just bring in some peaceful observation. Not allowing yourself to get sucked into those thoughts, but to curiously observe them. Allow yourself to enjoy this gift that you've given yourself, this time that you've carved out for yourself to just be. Again, if you have more time to dedicate to your Shavasana, I suggest at least 5 minutes, upwards of 20, whatever you can spare to continue giving yourself this gift. And when you feel ready, just take a moment to fully check in, just like we did at the beginning of class, and just simply observing any effects of your mindful practice. As you feel ready, gently bring some movement back into the body. To make your way onto one side of the body. And when you're ready, wherever you find yourself, just take a moment to be grateful, to give yourself thanks for stepping onto your mat today, to move, breathe, and connect. As you feel ready, gently start to make your way back up to a comfortable seat. I'll invite you to bring the hands to heart center or take any other meaningful gesture with the hands. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those watching this video, thank you for allowing me into your home. Hope you have a fantastic remainder of your day. I see you, I honor you, and I bow to you. Namaste.